on, change the music. Oh, there you go. All right, we got it ready from both players. Let's get started with game number 1 of this match in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And there we have it. Both players, same piece sets are confirmed. Already building completely differently to the other. In terms of season 33, Somalian has yet to score a single point this season, has gotten swept in all 3 of his previous matchups. So currently looking to get some nice points going, especially after Silly Shark's penalty points situation. So Silly Shark now has gone down from 2 points to 0, tied with Somalian. Might still have the advantage just because Silly Shark did take a couple of wins in games, so he might just be in the lead from that alone. But in terms of raw point scorage, virtually tied, so this is prime opportunity for Somalian to get away from that auto relegation zone. But as I say, that has not scored a Tetris since the very beginning stages. And yeah, not looking too good here with this stack. Meanwhile, Chef O has started off this season pretty strong. Is currently at actually it has a 1-3 match record. I don't know what I'm talking. I thought I read 2-0, but still one game did get out of the relegation spot for this moment. But this can be a really crucial match number 5 for O, because would definitely love to confirm his spot into Division 1 for the future season, get away from that relegation zone, and just be at a less of a stressful situation as we near the end of this season. 254 for O, 157 for Somalian in these first 50 lines of the match. And a bit of online facts between these two. Somalian did get into the championship playoffs in 1 season so far. I don't believe O has gone into the playoffs ever. He has been in Division 1 before, but kind of stuck. Oh, O's gone in 1. Have you really gone in 1? Really? I must have missed it. Must have been like season 5. I assumed I did restream it, but it was a while ago. Was it recent? Was it really recent? Am I just making stuff up at this point? I guess I am. I might need to look up the playoffs. The historical playoffs after this game. Let's see. We're still on 18, it's fine. Both players are clean. Somalian at 276. O at 436, so is ahead by about 150,000 points at the moment, with a better efficiency and better stack. Oh, he was in season 21 and lost against Meme in a sweep. Season 29. What a... That seemed like so long ago, yet it doesn't. It seems like a few months ago. Yeah, it seemed like, I think it was the last time he played, yeah. That is correct. 488 for O, currently with a mid 600k transition pace. Obviously, could still, I think, get a 700k, but I'm just talking tournament play. Usually players aren't too keen on going perfect, which is basically what he would need for that 700k to be possible. But still has a pretty good efficiency, bit of a messy stack, however, got a couple of spins Yeah, so I guess both players have reached the quarterfinals or the championship playoffs, at least in one separate occasion. There is an actual real online facts here. Out of everybody in this season, in this Division 1, only SV... hold on. Sorry, Somalian was getting a bit of a situation there. Is stinging this down. 479 for Somalian. 571 for O. Can still get the 600k transition with a couple more Tetrises at hand. I'll bring in some more online facts after the 18 speeds once we're done with this first game. Somalian transitions at 505. O transitions at 618. So O with a 100,000 point advantage. As we are off and running with the first 19 transition. And right now, Somalian is at level 20. 55 is Tetris ready. And gets bar for Tetris behind by about 2.5 Tetrises. And this is about where their pace actually stands. 67,000 point lead for O. Having to take a couple of burns, which did let Somalian chip away just a little bit at this lead that he had going. That he had against in the 18 speeds. As Somalian's right now at level 21. Needs a J piece to solve this dependency on the left side. Is not getting the JP still, is going to hang that and going to top out at 608. So, O will take the first game 1 Tetris. So, I will talk a little bit about this division as a whole. Out of everybody who has qualified for this division in Season 33, nobody, and I mean nobody, has won a CTL before. So, we are guaranteed to have a new player who has never won CTL. The closest we've gotten was both SV and Neko reaching the finals. But Neko got swept by Blue Scooty. Whereas SV got defeated by Gerald Freeman all the way back in Season 21. 3-1. So yeah, not a single player in this division has won a CTL championship. A lot of people are considering players like Sidnev and Cole to be the favorites to win the whole thing, but we have had kind of like a dark horse situation with Critical Lapis. He's already been in the CTL playoffs before, but wasn't really considered a favorite up until, you know, I think he's really, this season, he's really improving a lot in a quick, rapid pace. And has basically got his championship ticket booked already. 4 matches in. I think it's 5 matches in. 4-1 match record for Critical Lapis. Is almost confirmed to be in the playoffs. 107 for Somalian, 127, now 150 for O. Somalian right now 176, 197 for O. As both players are pretty clean so far. Grand Prix, yeah. Shout outs to Smash Cards. I'm kidding. Somalian with the L dependency, now Lombard dependency on the center. In the center, that's not right grammar. That wasn't good grammar either. And Somalian with a Lombard dependency still forming right here, getting a bit high up there. Did get the Lombard dependency solved, but that's not going to burn anything. Does get another bar for a double. We're at 277 for Somalian, 294 for O here in this game too. Also, not really much of a surprise to be mentioning this, but this is the final season before CTWC, which happens this early June, which I will be attending for once, so that's going to be exciting. Somalian with the Tetris has a hole in his stack, but does get a nice double to open up that hole. Will be Tetris ready again. Avoids the Lombard dependency, sets up a Jade dependency, and gets a bar for Tetris. Now at 329 for Somalian, 351 for O. Yeah, this is the final season before we go into CTWC in June. So right now, Kingsman's gonna be really trying to make sure these playoffs get done before June. $378 for Somalian, $419 for O. Yeah, this is definitely a time where we would like to get that match Reno increased as much as possible so that the players that are planning on attending CTWC can get some funding to travel all the way to California. O solves that dependency with a long bar. It's going to be Tetris ready and bangs in a Tetris at 466. Potential for a high 500k transition, maybe with a single if he were to score Tetrises for the rest of the 18. Might get the 600, but now takes a couple of burns, which is gonna completely destroy those chances now, but can still get a respectable high 500k with this efficiency. Somalian at 450, only behind by less than a Tetris, but in terms of pace, O has a bit higher of an advantage than Somalian does. 495 for Somalian, 539 for O. Can still score 2 more Tetrises before the 19 transition. Somalian will transition at 521. Yet another 500k transition for Somalian. And O can set up 1 more Tetris, but gonna take a single into transition at 562. So we are off and running with yet another 19 transition between these two players. Somalian looking to force a temporary tie and get his first point of the season. Takes a single, doesn't go for the triple, going really aggressive here. Takes a bar and gets a Tetris at 580, 612 for O. So that was really just aggressive from Somalian, but did get rewarded for this aggression. Oh, with a bit of a jagged board, gets a square piece to set up a mini spire. Does get a Tetris, 689. Little adjustment there to accommodate the J piece on the left side, and gets another Tetris as Somalian is not going for the T single. Would have created a hole in his stack or closed down as well. I cannot tell if he's rolling or if he's tapping right now. They seem very slow. He might be tapping. 645 for Somalian, 720 for the chef. Oh yeah, he's definitely tapping. Getting that triple and gets the bar for a Tetris knot, 681. So O at 732. Still with a leap, but now with the Lombard dependency on the left side. Does get the bar to solve that dependency at 734. Getting a bit closer into the 29 speeds, which will happen at 230 lines. And keep in mind, we do have a level 39 line cap. Both players are rollers, technically, but Somalian might be tapping right now. Nice set of tucks here for Somalian. Sets up a Tetris and gets the bar. Cleans up his stack by opening up that hole. Solves the L dependencies. Tetris ready again. And gets the bar for a Tetris. 807 for Somalian. 829 for O. All things considered, still has the pace advantage as Somalian with a very messy stack right now. A bit of a misdrop over there. Solves that dependency, but uses the Lombard to do so. Might go for a tuck. Oh, Somalian really just hoping to get a good set of burns right now to avoid fast taps. Now at 833 is losing pace by a significant margin, and O at 964 Looking really good as we near the 29 transition between these two players. Somalian just running out of time right now. Solves that dependency with a long bar. Oh, now is he rolling now? Looks like rolls now. That was pretty fast. Oh, with a max out 1.03. Somalian, this is just, I don't know what he's gonna do here. Has run out of time and will transition at 886 and will just top out there. Oh, we'll take a game 2 victory and we'll be one game away from being a match point. For 0 and 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Oh, sets up a tuck right now. Bit of an overhang. Wow, these long bars are just not nice. You see, okay, here's the thing, right? I don't know about you guys, but my least favorite piece is the square piece. Is the O. Sorry, O. I think a lot of top players. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Oh god, no! Oh no! Oh no! Bless you. Bit of a sneeze there from O. Or maybe he was just so flabbergasted that the O piece was just my least favorite piece that almost died. But he's okay right now. Nice couple of burns. I think the regular player, right, or the regular viewer might assume the long bar is going to be the best piece, right? Not so. I think a lot of veterans or people who have played this game might end up agreeing that the bar is a very shitty piece when it's not Tetris. I wouldn't call it the worst, obviously, but it's definitely not a lot of good that can come out of like a long bar burst. 80,000 points for O, 156 for Somalian. Oh, come on in, Wintero saying 40 lines. Yeah. Yeah, they're fine. They're not gonna die. Just a little sneeze over there. A little sneeze ain't ever hurt nobody. $180 for Somalian, 114 for O. Now Somalian sets up a long bar dependency, gets a nice single, now converts it into an L dependency. That's not gonna burn anything, but does set up a Tetris with that placement. Opening up that hole in his stack, and now looking to build up his left side as he's waiting for this next Tetris. And we're currently at 277 for Somalian. This is the best lead he's gotten so far this set. Which is what he needs if he wants to avoid a sweep. And just try to get 1 point to get an advantage over Silly Shark, who, as I mentioned before, did lose his 2 points that they like got because of a no-show. So both players are currently at 0 points. Somalian really wanted to take advantage of the situation. 330 for Somalian, 236 for O. A little tuck setup for Somalian. and a Vitz there for the captain. Oh, it's just been kind of cruising, has a mini suffer pace, but does have a somewhat clean stack right now. They just have a rough board in the middle of 18, but is not bringing this momentum to a bit more of a favorable position. Oh, potential for a mid 400k transition with this efficiency. Somalian can get a 500k. Bit of a drought forming right now for Somalian. Is Tetris ready? And I didn't mention this before, but Somalian is also behind in the line count by a few lines right now. O is going to be setting up for a row 3 dirty Tetris. And looks to commit to it. No, going to burn this down. He sees that transition is looming. Can set up 2 more Tetrises before the 19 speeds, as Somalian is about a Tetris and change from another 500k transition. 473 for Somalian, 409 for the chef. Cooking up a storm. I'm sure he's never heard that one before. 433 for Chef O. 519 for Somalian. Yet the transition, still 18, can score 1 more Tetris before the 19 speeds. And O is Tetris ready, gets a bar for a Tetris. Had to get a couple of burns though, so gonna cost a bit more pace, but does get another bar for a Tetris. Somalian transition at 540. Lombard dependent on column 2. Nice T placement there to accommodate these pieces. Trying to avoid the bar dependency, but if he had set up the dependency, he would have gotten a second bar to solve it. So this is one of those situations where the bar dependency would have been the way to go. But of course, there's no way to know when the next bar will show up. Chef O in a bit of trouble though. Is going to be at 516, level 21. Does get a Tetris, but now with a very messy stack, which could give Somalian the opportunity to extend this lead even further, as O is currently focused on burning. 612 for Somalian, 551 for O. Somalian with a tuck. Gonna be unable to score any Tetrises as well. Gets a nice square to the left side and an L to the left. Nice 5 taps here from Somalian, who is Tetris ready. Both players are level 22. O with a double, with a triple actually. Somalian with a Tetris. 588 for O, 649 for Somalian. So Somalian still with a clean stack. Looking for this next Tetris, gets a bar for another Tetris. Extending this lead, but oh, I think that was a dirty Tetris at level 24. So he's doing a great job of trying to capitalize here. Oh, is going to go center wall as well. Gets a dirty center wall Tetris, 657. Some really efficient stacking here for O after having a fairly messy stack. Is not letting this stack slow him down as he takes another dirty Tetris. And gonna keep going aggressive right now. Gonna commit. But now forced into a Lombard dependency. Takes a double and a single, who's Tetris ready now on the left side. Waiting for the bar. Somalian with a Lombard dependency. Has 2 bar dependencies now. Solves one of them, but creates yet another one. Does solve this 1 bar dependency again. Gonna have to burn this down a little bit. Oh, 100 points. Differential between the 2 players. But Somalian still with the lead. 765 for O, 765 for Somalian, but it's at level 25. O is at level 27. So this could come down to kill screen play. O with the Tetris. Really, really suffer. 19, I would say for both players, but Somalian can still get a max out into 29 with this efficiency. O at 836 has 2 more Tetrises at hand before the 29 speeds. And gets 1 Tetris. Somalian still with the lead at 905. Can he get his first point of the tournament? 940 for Somalian. Can still get a max out into 29 as O is clean. Looking to get this last Tetris into 29, but going to transition with a single and a Tetris at 912. And we are off and running with the first kill screen battle. Somalian with a bit of a messy stack is Tetris ready. Gets a bar for a Tetris, 976. Gonna transition with might be a single. O at level 30, 923. Takes a couple of burns here. Somalian's Tetris ready. Gets a bar for a Tetris into the max out. At level 29, O is going to be looking for a bar. Is not getting the bar though. Nice set of 5 taps to the left side. It's going to keep this board clean. Is ready for a bar. Does get the bar in time. And now looking to get Tetris ready on the right side for traditional right side Tetris as Somalian gets a Tetris 1.07, 944 for O, gets a bar for a Tetris 987. So O right now needs a 5-tap. He needs to hit a 5-tap on the left side. He's going for a couple of burns here to make this 5-tap a little bit easier on him. And does get the 5-tap for a left wall Tetris 1.03 for O. Getting the max out 1.09 for Somalian, still yet to get the 1.1. But both players with a workable stack right now. O does have a bit of a dependency, is misdropping a bunch of pieces, not getting a good set of RNG, and will top out with a 1.04. Somalian with a 1.1 will get his first game win of the season, and is at the moment away from the auto relegation zone for O in 3, 2, 1. Tetris, how dare you let Somalian win a game, says Ryan. Unbelievable. My goat. Yeah. We'll go over real quick over the players that these two still have to go up against after this match. O, after this match, will be needing to go up against Silly Shark, who, as I mentioned before, had 2 points. No show today, so has lost those 2 points down to 0. Gonna be yet another important match. So O kind of going back to back in the finale, going up against the 2 players that are most likely to be battling it out to avoid the auto relegation spot. Somalian is going to have a much more difficult close to his season. We'll go up against Hydrant as well, who has a 1-3 match record, is always a strong opponent, but hasn't had the strongest of seasons thus far. Still with a 1-3 match record, 2 points, or 2 matches potential to win for Hydrant. Then Somalian will be going up against Silly Shark. So that is going to be a pretty spicy battle between those two. I think at that point, it's safe to assume whoever wins that match will be away from the auto relegation zone. Oh, with a lot of a very gnarly misdrop. It is still survivable, gets a nice double and a single, and is going to be Tetris ready. Gets the bar for Tetris. Great survival there from O. The chef cooking up a heart attack, because that was really, really close, but kept composure and will be okay. But now 50,000 points behind is O. Somalian with a strong start. I'll remind everybody once again, this might be the final reminder of the stream. We do have a match arena set up for the prize, but we're currently at $132.69. We would love to get that price pool up as much as possible, because this is the final season before CTWC 2026. So let's try to fund as many players as possible, as well as we can, so that they can get a lot of their expenses covered. It's gonna be really, it's always expensive going to California for any event, let alone if you live away in another country. But Somalian in a bit of a situation, nice set of pieces, nice set of burns and placement there for Somalian. Oh, also experiencing the brunt of this RNG. Piece sequence, not the friendliest by the looks of it. But Somalian will maintain a 78,000 point advantage. 365 for Somalian, 288 for O. Yeah, it will be interesting to see who I will end up meeting in CGWC. I think there's a fair number of people I've never seen who have been in the community for a long time. Oh, right now with a bar dependency. Gonna close down the dependency though. Excuse me. Now a couple of holes in his stack. And a dirty Tetris for O. 376. $507 right now for Somalian. Could get a 600k so far, but has one burn available for that to happen. Right now at 531. Waiting for a T-piece. Does get the T-piece. And gets a bar for Tetris now at 554. Actually, this might be just shy of a 600k. Might be like a 599. Does get a single though, that might help a lot with the 600k potential. Oh yeah, he can't get the 600k. If he gets this next Tetris, we're gonna transition with a single at 578, 451 for O. In a transition with a very dependent stack right now. Would love a J piece or a bar. Gets a bar, but got it one piece too late, so gonna have to do some burns as Somalian gets a Tetris at 627, 459 for O. Somalian misses the Vits. It gets another bar to complete the Vits this time around. Bit of high stack right now. Is not getting a good set of pieces, misses that, and all thanks to the Vits, will top out at 628. Chef O, 629 is what you need to take this game. This is why I'm saying Vitses are always a scam. There's no point in getting a Vits. But O still needs about 115,000 points to take this game. His Tetris rating does get the bar for a Tetris. Now at 542. Somalian at 628. Tell that to Jasmine. I will tell that to Jasmine. Vits are a scam. Exclamation 100 drought. Yeah. And I'll repeat that at CTWC for everybody to hear. Vits are a scam. I'll put that in the title of the YouTube video. So it just needs about 15,000 more points. You must always Vits. It is mandatory. Only if there's people contributing to the prize pool, being like, if you set up a Vits, I will donate $100 to the match arena. Then I will say, yes, I love Vits, please Vits. But that hasn't happened yet, so. 2,000 more points for O. One more burn. One more burn. And with that final burn, we'll take the game of the set. 3-1. GG's, a winner is you, O. The chef has done it. He's cooked the captain. Yes, we love setting up Fs. Fs in the chat. Oh, eyeball.
A bizarre looking hang right there. And she's just going to have to negotiate around that. 556k into level 19. And now we make our way towards level 29. SV, meanwhile, remains committed to that